Hey, everybody, what's up? I'm here to talk to you about that great book again, How to Win Friends and Influence People. It was written by Mr. Dale Carnegie. It was one of the most influential books of all time. If you want to be an influencer or a leader, a great communicator of people, then I would definitely recommend the book to you. I'm now going to talk about part three, and I'm going to talk about the first 5 chapters of part three. So, chapter one talks about avoiding arguments or making fool of others. Okay, if you know that if you're in a conversation, you know someone's wrong, and you know they're wrong, and you could really make them look bad, or you could really prove them wrong at the time, that's really not the time to do it. Let the person save face. It says, maybe you could just say, hey, you could even say, let's examine the facts. Instead of like trying to prove them wrong. It says, even if you win an argument, in the end, you really lose because it causes resentment from the other person. It says tact, diplomacy, conciliation, and sympathy are the ways to go. Chapter two, the title of chapter two is A Sure Way to Make Enemies. And it talks about never setting out to prove people wrong. If you set out to prove people wrong, it's going to be a bad thing from the start. Be subtle. If you have to prove a point, maybe end it by saying, "Hey, I may be wrong about this, but I'm thinking." Use that phrase a lot. I may be wrong. Never, never, ever say to someone, "You're wrong." That causes a cycle of like somebody digging in and going against you. Chapter 3, if you're wrong, admit it. You got to admit we have to admit our mistakes. If we're wrong, people respect us more when we admit that we're wrong. Blame yourself and only yourself. You don't want to blame others. Okay, if people see that you're a leader that can admit when you're wrong, they'll respect you even more. Learn to win with tact. Okay, win quietly. You don't have to brag about it. Chapter 4 is called A Drop of Honey. Don't go in with it talks about not going in with your fist balled up. Keep your hands open. When you ball up your fist, that just creates anger. It just says, maybe you could use the phrase, here are some facts that I could show you. Let's lay it out. Let's look at it. Let's look in the book. A drop of honey catches more flies than a gallon of gall. So you'll get more with honey than you'll ever get with a gallon of gall. Begin every interaction in a friendly way. Chapter 5, The Secret of Socratic. Been around for thousands of years. Still good today. Begin discussion by getting the parties to agree. So if you're beginning a discussion or something on a hot topic, or something, and you're a part of some type of committee or something, or you're on you're with some different people, begin by getting them to asking questions that will get everybody to agree. Get people to say yes and keep them saying yes. That's the secret of something called the Socratic method. It's getting people to say yes and keeping them saying yes. If you make people say no, they dig themselves into a hole. And they dig themselves in because they feel like they have to now defend themselves and defend their point of view. Get them saying yes. So once again, this was part 3, chapters 1 through 5 of the great book, How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. Check it out.